where is that experience going to help you in this one? I mean, I guess what I was looking for is, are you a little bit calmer? Things just not so much old hat. I mean, obviously you're going to fish as hard as you can.
That's right.
But do you think you have an advantage over some of these new guys? You know, they're doing this is their first or second one in here. Or?
This is my 15th classic, and I'm very thankful and blessed to never take a single one for granted, as hard as they are to make. And but I am a lot more relaxed, and you know, I don't. Not in a. I mean, relaxed in a good way. I don't look at it and think, oh, it's no big deal anymore, because it still is the biggest deal of all. But I am more relaxed. I don't have the butterflies like I'd had before, and I don't have. I still know it's the biggest opportunity ever, but I also know I have to keep the same process and do all the process just like I do in every other tournament to be successful at it. You know,
execution.
And yeah, that's exactly right. So but I think it will help, you know, because I know in my first 3 or 4 classics, probably before I ever really settled down, the first 3 or 4, I was just like, basket case the whole time, you know. And
come to Guntersville, you made a gut call. You had settled down enough, I guess we'll say, that you could listen to your gut. And do you think that's helping, like now? Before, where you may have had
no doubt.
I got to hit this spot, no matter what I'm doing, this and this. Now you can settle back and kind of. Does that help?
Yeah, it definitely helps. When you relaxed and you're more calm and you're confident in what you're doing, and you know who's in control. Like, and with me, my faith, you know, I know God's in control, and if it's in His will for me to win or to catch him or whatever I do, I know it's in His plan, and I've just got to do, like I say, do the process and do my part, and work hard, execute, and do all that, and then it's in His control, and that helps me a lot. Just my faith alone helps me a lot, because I know that I can't make anything happen if it's not in His will for it to happen. So.
Okay, let's. And I want to get away from the classic a little bit. You got a huge Facebook presence. You work real hard at that, I can tell you, and your wife helps you out with it.
She does. She's the main one.
Was it pretty easy to get her into that, or was that her idea?
We've done it all together for all our whole career, and we've been married. May will be 25 years, so we've done this our whole life together. We started really young. We got married when we were 18, and we've grown up together in this sport, and she knows it front and back just like I do, and so she can even think. She even thinks like me, and she can even post something or answer a question, and it looks just like I did it. I mean, when I read it, I'm like, that's amazing that you knew exactly what I was going to say. Well, even if I don't text her back, or if I don't answer it quick, and she'll just make a call and do it, I know when she does it. We're good together like that. We're a great team, and she's without a doubt the best ever, because she's taken a lot of classes on it all and learned it all and trying to be creative, and we enjoy it, and it's the greatest way ever to be able to interact with so many people at one time and have an impact on a lot of people at one time and use it for a positive light, and that's what we try to do, you know.
And lastly, Kings Home. Can you tell my viewers a little bit about that?
Yeah, Kings Home, right there kind of centered in Birmingham, Alabama. They are a Christian nonprofit kids charity, kids and women. They have 8 different boys and girls ranches in different parts throughout 4 counties of the state of Alabama, and they've got a bunch of women's homes. They serve about 150 women, children, and teenagers, and so it's a big ministry, and do a lot. Mostly it's all abandoned, abused, neglected, some type of bad situation. A lot of them are kids that are wards of the state, and then a lot of them have been in foster care, and a lot of times it's a home that is the last place kind of home that a lot of them end up going to. But once they get there, they've got about a 90% success rate with the kids that they come in there and the women that come in there. So it's very good, and it's all supported off of private donations. They don't get any federal funding. They get a little bit of state just for the kids that the state puts there. So depending on people giving donations, that's why with our boat we do our Triton Mercury boat giveaway. In 6 years we've done it now and raised over $750,000 with it. So this will be the 7th boat that we'll give away. In November, we had the big kids fishing event. So it's growing and getting bigger every year, and we're really blessed and honored to be able to support and help a good cause that we know is making a big difference in people's lives.
Outstanding. Now, ticket sales for that, they start.
They've already started. Already started now. And we'll have a small table booth in the Livingston Lures booth here. The Kings Home, President Lou Burdett will be here with tickets and have the new T-shirts available this week, and so it'll go all the way through. And we'll start ramping up. We don't start pushing it real hard until ready the last month or so, just because people always wait to the last minute to buy their tickets anyway. So I don't want to wear people out talking about it and asking about it too much until the end. So, but it is November 12th, I think, this year, and it's kingshome.com. Tickets are available all year on kingshome.com.
Now, can a person just make a donation through kingshome.com?
Can, right? Yeah, just all go right to that website, and if you're going to make a donation, we try to encourage people to it's every $100 you get a ticket. So if you're going to give $1,000, make sure you put it in the ticket deal, because they're getting the same $1,000, and
might as well get a shot at the boat.
and you get a shot at the boat, and then it's all part of the fishing program, and it makes it good for everybody.
Okay. Back to the Classic real quick, one last question. Gunnersville, you kind of showed off your shallow water capabilities, that you're pretty good with that. Conroe is going to be, not necessarily fishing super shallow, but it's a shallow water lake. Does that fit in your wheelhouse? You got some good plans, things looking good for you?
Yeah, I was hoping the shallow water bite was going to be really, really dominant, and it's not been as good as I was hoping it would be in practice. Now, it could be different when we get out there tomorrow, but there's a lot of good offshore fishing on this lake too, but the fish are not really out there good yet, and they don't seem to be really good on the bank. I think they're transitioning. They've spawned out, a lot of them, and it's kind of that in-between stage because we had such a warm winter. But definitely I'm going to be pretty much fishing shallow, so I'll definitely be fishing my strengths either way.
Okay. And water temperatures, watercolors.
It's pretty stained everywhere for the most part, and the temperatures are ranging from 68 to 75, but a lot of 70, 72 water I'm seeing. So, but I think it's been that warm for a long time, I think, because you can just tell we're not even seeing a lot of fry where they've already spawned so far, so out, back. I'm sure a lot of them probably spawned in January and in February, and I bet you the last batch is probably just finished up.
Really?
It's my thought anyway.
Really? And on that, I asked another person, do you like the early, like that February Classic, or do you prefer this March Classic?
I like, it doesn't matter to me which time it is. I just would rather it be the first event. I didn't really like the change up with the two tournaments before the Classic this year. So
then you turn around and go right over to Toledo.
Yeah, if I had my pick, it would be the Classic be first, and they could have it in February, or if they could have it here in February, just fine. We'd have ended up with a better catch, I believe,
this year
on this lake this year. But it is what it is, and I'm glad to be in it, and I feel I got a good 1 in 52 odds, so pretty good.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
You have a great day.